Shakopee is an exciting place to be.
When you set the expectation high, your kids are going to meet it there.
There are many opportunities for our students to gain the skills they need to be college and career ready. Our nursing program at Shakopee High School is one of those examples.
Make big circles with your hands.
We want them out in the community. We want them to see what are the places that employ nursing assistants. We want them to be able to see what do they look like. And we want to expose them to all the different facilities we have in our own communities.
Project Lead the Way is a nationally recognized STEM program, so science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
I love these experiences because this is what makes school fun to me.
We are trying to stay at the forefront of trying to get students ready for jobs that exist, and more importantly, we're training students for jobs that don't exist yet.
This is the class that I get excited for. I get to go work and have fun while doing it.
They're inclusive with finding ways to incorporate our special ed kids into real-world activities that are school-based and getting them out in the community as well.
I am Shakopee School. I am Shakopee Schools.
Got my brain turned on.
Got my brain turned on.
The best thing about kindergarten is that the kids are set up in an environment made just for them.
So why did you like this book?
Kindergarteners, they're such curious learners.
My job as a teacher is to make sure that they have the best experience possible.
Very proud of you. The environment here in the Shakopee district is awesome. The teachers are fabulous. They care about where their students are at.
We are constantly finding new and different ways to differentiate any lesson or any material to meet the needs of all learners.
Having full-day kindergarten allows our students to really dive in and dive deeper into their learning.
It's a higher standards for students in kindergarten, which is great because it's setting our student for success.
It blows my mind at how from the beginning of part of the year she couldn't read at all, and now she is reading books and she thrives on reading books. She gets excited that she has learned.
27, 28.
Project Lead the Way is an engineering program for kindergartners. It's about asking questions, being okay to fail.
We've really had the opportunity for kids to be very hands-on with their learning.
They might be on the carpet as a whole group. They might be working at their tables on different projects. They might be spread out using their iPads.
Our kindergartners were one of the first students to have technology in their hands. Every classroom has access to iPads.
Technology allows us to individualize in ways that weren't possible before.
I saw Zootopia.
Students can take the journal that they wrote for the day and capture a picture. They can send it to their parents.
As much as kindergarten is academic, it's just as much social and learning how to interact with other kids.
You just need to know that they're coming into a loving environment. And that's really what we strive for, is to create the bond and the relationship with the child.
Shakopee is really good about making all of their students feel successful. High five, way to go.
Every year is a new year and we are so excited to meet your child and just have an absolutely wonderful first year of kindergarten.
We are Shakopee School.
Young scholars, I believe in you.
I believe in myself.
You are important.
I am important.
I am here to help you learn.
I am here to help myself learn.
I will hold you to high expectations.
I will hold myself to high expectations.
You are capable.
I am capable.
We will have fun.
I'll have fun.
You will succeed.
I will succeed.
Young Scholars is a nationally recognized program.
Nice job.
There are certain populations that are historically underrepresented in advanced or gifted programming. So we went out looking for programs that might meet those needs.
You're going to match this puzzle.
We came across Young Scholars.
Which one are we going to work on? We're really teaching them to be that problem solver, to be that critical thinker, take the knowledge, the facts, and how can we apply it?
We always look for students who need the 3 A's: advocacy, affirmation, and access.
Good morning to you.
We have identified first and second graders across the district, and our Young Scholar teachers work directly with them in small groups.
They get this one-on-one attention with me and with the other students that are at their level.
I love Young Scholars because we get to be detectives.
When you see that light bulb go off in a kid's head and you're like, wow, they get it. I see more of that. They come back and they're thriving and they have so much excitement about what they're learning, and that inspires me.
I'm so happy to see you today.
We have kindergarten classrooms across Shakopee School District that are getting push-in Young Scholar services, directly focused on creativity and critical thinking skills.
Now can you find this piece?
I've seen a lot of growth academically. I've seen their confidence boost.
They're learning that working hard, persevering, being determined bond is just as important as math, science, and social studies.
Nice work.
I'm very excited to be a part of a district that wants to give kids opportunities, knowing that they have talent and we want to develop that talent. This program, I think, is just what our district needed.
I will succeed.
We had a bond referendum for a second high school several years back. It was abundantly clear that our community wanted to have one high school.
Having one school with the number of students we need created a huge school, so they had to come up with a way to make the learning environments a lot smaller.
At that time, we knew there was some models out there at the national level designed around the academy model.
The Academy as a Shakopee is the curriculum model that they decided to implement. That is taking a large high school and breaking it down into small learning communities so each student would have a place to belong.
We were able to pick and choose and say, that's a really good idea, let's bring that back to our architects, let's bring that back to our committee and to our community.
We were shoulder to shoulder with them on tours so that we were learning and seeing the things they were seeing. You know, what about those programs or those facilities or those experiences were relevant to how they saw their academy model.
We were in the process of doing our academic redesign. We were trying to create the spaces for the courses that we were going to teach.
The academic program actually drove the design of the building.
WOLD was instrumental in helping us create learning spaces that match the vision of the academy model.
The way we designed the building was to have those academies contained, but were then connected through a series of commons and flexible spaces where collaboration could happen.
We were actually working with industry partners in finding what they could bring from their industry into the school setting.
If we're doing it right, it'll be a seamless transition to post-secondary and career, meaning kids will leave the high school with a pretty good sense of where they want to go, which will help them with that next step. If we can say that we're doing that for all kids, then we have hit the mission that is so important to us as part of the academy model.
I don't think anybody from Shakopee would have thought that this massive, beautiful school that has all of these activities and all of these courses to offer to our students would exist in what was a farming community just 30 years ago and seemed a million miles from the city of Minneapolis. Now it's a suburb and a thriving suburb at that, and this is going to be a beacon, as I said, not only for this community, but for the entire state and hopefully beyond. Students need to love what they do, and they need to do what they love.
You walk by the classrooms, they're up, they're moving, they're doing, they're learning.
We had a bond referendum for a second high school several years back. It was abundantly clear that our community wanted to have one high school. Through looking at a one high school model that could make big feel small, really the academy model was born.
I think it's really cool what Shakopee High School is doing. We have 7 academies and each one has like an umbrella of studies under it, like arts and communications. You could be a theater major. You could take public speaking.
You can explore different academies. So if you are not sure on what you want to do, then you can just pick one to see if you like it or not.
It gives you so many options to choose from. That's what I think is so great about the academies.
We had WOLD at the table with us. They were able to guide us through the process of what that looked like, what could be a possibility.
You will see that all elements of the existing building were worked on in order for us to have small learning communities and each academy having their own physical location to keep kids together and interacting more with their teachers. You see a lot of light, a lot of windows. You also see a lot of flexibility in the design.
The academy design was about creating a grouping of learning spaces around a central commons. That allows a much more kinetic, collaborative model to emerge.
I see our students really finding their home within the building. That's so important for our students to feel like this is a place that they can come to where they're comfortable.
When you are in a large high school with over 2,700 students, it can be difficult to find your voice, to find your identity. And through our 7 academies, I'm hoping that students are able to do that.
With the Academies model, they're going to get real-world experiences. They are going to be working with local business owners, getting hands-on experience of what it might be like in that working environment.
Having spaces in the building that replicate some of those real-world environments, I think can help them focus and say, hey, I really like this, I want to pursue this further. Giving students opportunity and choice, I think, is the key component.
You see a huge commitment on the part of our community and our businesses. We have an Academy champion for each of our academies, as well as industry councils who have committed to working with both our teachers and our students.
It's really exciting to be able to have all these common subjects have a different twist specific to each academy. Just that little bit of a tweak makes school that much more exciting and interesting, I think.
You're going to pull the string, not the bow.
It's still all the great things that we've done in the past, but now we're adding another level to it, which I would hope in education is what we do. In education, we're all about continuous improvement.
The ultimate goal is to be happy and to be successful, and I think that this model where we open students' eyes at an earlier age, the ability of them to succeed because we're giving them the resources that they need, that's what I think is the most important and the best part of the academies.
Today's generation is just a different type of learner.
Yeah, there you go.
They want to take ownership of what they're doing, and this program offers them the opportunity to do all of those things.
It just gives them a lot of that real world experience that they wouldn't normally get.
When you remove students from a school setting and put them in a professional setting, they become the professionals.
CAP stands for Center for Advanced Professional Studies.
Look at the demand.
The program is a year-long class split into 2 semesters, and the first semester is at our business partner location, preparing us for the second semester, which is our internships.
Students in the CAPS program are concurrently enrolled at Normandale Community College. They have their own transcript. After the completion of our course, they will have transcripted credits with their name on it.
CAPS is not a work-study program. It's about the immersion experience. It's about giving kids authentic work to prepare them for the real world.
It's an experience that is like no other.
Come on out here, you guys.
St. Francis views itself as a community resource. The fact that high school kids come to our campus each day, 5 days a week to have class here, really allows a stronger engagement between the students and our staff.
They have given us projects. We have worked through some career exploration opportunities. You guys have any other questions for Jackie? Yeah. Today we had rehab in visiting the students, so they talk about what is it that a physical therapist does on a daily basis? What does their job look like?
Making sure they understand what healthcare is about, what options they are that exist in healthcare.
I'm experimenting what I actually want to do with my life further after high school, and I'm getting this all for free.
The other thing is teaching them how to be young professionals. Dress in a certain way and professionally, showing up on time, having their name badge.
I think that's really cool to give students an opportunity to get out of the classroom and be in their community.
Students in the digital design program report to Shutterfly each morning.
Liz, Julie, and Haley are working on a safety poster for Shutterfly.
They're getting immersed with our production design team, as well as participating in a lot of our huddles and meetings that we have on a business standpoint each day.
Some days we are working on client projects in different teams.
I gave them a list of criteria, kind of like a client would, for a logo design. Me and a few of my team members went down there, reviewed the logos they'd submitted, and kind of gave them creative feedback.
I think that would work a little better.
I would definitely recommend this program for people who are just trying to get a feel for stuff. The fact that we're all different creatives, we have different ideas that build off of each other.
It's just like a great learning experience and will look great on a college resume.
Our proposed solution is to cut down the company trip.
In the CAPS Business Administration and Management strand, the students have an opportunity to rotate throughout different major business partners in the River South District.
River South is a collaboration between Mystic Lake, Canterbury Renaissance Festival, and Valley Fair. It's a really unique opportunity for the students to see, these 4 different businesses, how they operate.
These are wonderful recommendations.
I'm working on how to fix the hiring here at Valley Fair, and I feel like I'm a part of the company.
You actually work with people that are in your field.
How's it going?
Looking into finance and see if they could improve on ticket sales and get more people to come in.
All these little projects are things that we would be working on ourselves anyways, and they can think of it in a different way.
It's just an incredible opportunity, not only for the students to gain that real world knowledge and know-how, but also to network with these business professionals.
They're open to trying new things, and they're definitely engaged, they're curious.
I'm making a difference in not only my community, but to thousands of other people that are coming here from different communities. And I think that's super awesome to be a part of something that big.
I think it's critical that we as leaders now provide that mentorship, because these are the folks that will be following our footsteps.
They're transforming almost overnight into these young professionals.
To have an experience like this where you're woven into the work day to day of a business, this is something that they could put on their resume and their application that I believe will strongly put them to the top.